Hello there, my name is Nicola Graham and I am the Managing Director of Simplify Change. We are specialists in business change management and we work with companies across the globe to help deliver change programs for any company at any scale. What a world we live in today since the pandemic, huh? I mean, let's face it, we've all had to adapt to new ways of working and living, but also how we implement change management into any particular company has changed significantly. Previously, a lot of our engagement was very much face to face, and we would visit clients across the world to do that, typically by seeing, talking, presenting to them through different kinds of ways and channels, workshops, town halls, face to face meetings. And this was great to help people understand or answer those questions that they may have, in particular to a project or a program. And don't get me wrong, it was fabulous traveling. Not so great on the carbon footprint, but all the same, that's what we did. How the world has changed over the last year and a half. I mean, what has changed? Let's face it, we in the UK, amongst across the globe, are all largely working from home with some flexibility working from offices, but we pretty much live indoors. We get nice animals to keep us company, but essentially we are obviously no longer in that working environment. And that has had a significant impact on the way that we deliver change, how we build, excite and equip people to adopt a change quicker. So how have we adapted within Simplify Change? Well, first and foremost, within the initial phase of a project, very much building the plans has always been crucial. Creating communication plans, the engagement plans and facilitating collaboration to get the ball rolling has now changed. It's fair to say we are now experts in Teams and in Zoom calls, and we have become very organised within diaries and talking to people in groups, in breakout rooms, as one-to-ones, but all with a screen in the way. This has great benefits, including travel time, staying in hotels, a nicer work-life balance, and it has helped improve collaboration and transparency, especially when we've had to start uptaking new tools online, things like Microsoft Teams and Planner, as well as encouraging engagement through other tools such as whiteboards or Miro. We do miss the lack of face-to-face engagement, and it really still helps bring things to life and make things more personal. I mean, let's face it, you can get a lot discussed over a cup of coffee. Secondly, in the excite phase, when we need to show and educate people about what they need to learn about a particular project or change, and the what's in it for them has changed also. Technology, yet again, has been a huge help here. And where before we would use physical banners, road shows, maybe even things like mouse mats or printed newsletters to really help impact people, we've had to adapt again. And we've now, since the pandemic, been using things like online live events, involving senior management more, and obviously utilising a lot of their team meetings, adapting and getting more better with digital banners, using the internal portals, looking at one-stop shops such as knowledge portals to help involve and increase that participation that we've needed. The downside again is it does miss that face-to-face presence, and it's missing the in-your-face presence that you had before. You're now relying on people actually reading the digital media that you're sending them, and equally you can easily miss people's fears and what they're going through if you don't have that face-to-face connection with them. We've obviously replaced that. We've ensured that we've provided lots of online drop-in sessions, lots of meetings online, lots of discussions, questionnaires to help bridge that gap, but it really hasn't quite been the same for us. Last, but hardly least, has been around the equip phase within change management. Obviously, this is fundamental to helping within learning. It's ensuring that we are providing those skills and supports to allow people that will be impacted by any change take full advantage of the system and the process. Giving them the skills and knowledge to make that switch that they need from old to new is really, really important. Yeah, technology has won the day once more. And yes, we're very lucky that we do live in this world. Let's face it, if the pandemic had happened just a few brief years before, we would have struggled a great deal more. We're now all more familiar with online forums, the use of webinars and live events, the uptake in videos and products like Microsoft Stream to help send over a lot more of that education online. There are obviously lots of different ways and methods to train staff online, including our drop-in sessions and our training platforms. But there's still much more work to be done in this area, especially when it comes to the scalability of this and getting everyone the appropriate training that they need in a method that they prefer. Ensuring that we're obviously making sure that we're transferring that skill along, but putting the people in place to help continue in a business as usual situation and try to minimize the disruption caused within the business. So what does the future hold? What are we all now looking at when the world begins to open up and hopefully, obviously, the pandemic starts to slow down? Within simplified change, personally, we see that the business change management needs to be a hybrid model moving forward. It needs to be a mixture of the two. We're now getting more familiar with these future technologies, and they do have their place. They do help us, but we also need to make sure that we continue to have that one-to-one and that personal engagement. So we're thinking knowledge portals with personalised training pathways, which will help lead people into more of a focused face-to-face situation. We're helping people embrace new technologies like online chatbots so that we can start the engagement earlier on through a technical use and then start to utilise the face-to-face more when we need it. It's going to speed up this change. It's going to have more of an impact on our lives, but also our working lives. But it's really important that we ensure that we continue to keep at pace with that change. If we can find this nice hybrid model and we can look to make sure that we are having a situation where we can have both the technical advantages that we've now experienced along with that personal touch in person, still over a cup of coffee, it's going to be really vital for everyone. Here at Simplified Change, we would like to help you on your journey and make sure that we can help you where you may need it. We look forward to being part of your business change as and when you need. So if you'd like more information, please get in contact via our website or drop me an email, nicola@simplifiedchange.co.uk. I'm always happy to help. Keep safe, keep well, and speak to you next time.